Hey, Spinner Snake here with another figure review. Yes, today we have got playing on your YouTube, DC Direct Collectables, Batman Arkham City, Infected Batman Bruce Wayne, like I said, I'm going to keep doing it until you guys tell me to stop. I think that's probably the best solution now. Moving on. So, we have got a variant of the Batman figure, which comes with a Bruce Wayne head, a different cape, and the synchronizer. Oh, what's it called? The key. I can't think what this is called. But it comes with a gadget, which is cool. I like the gadget. The head's pretty cool as well, actually. I do quite like that a lot more than I thought I would. But much like the Detective Mode Batman, I pretty much am just after this. I might keep this one because I do actually quite like this Bruce Wayne head. Okay, so I'm going to close up on his accessories. He comes with this. Just had a quick old look up on the old Google, and I found it is called the Cryptographic Sequencer version 2. For the life of me, I could not remember that. Very, very cool. It's very small. It's tiny. Like if I grab... Look at that. What can I say about this? It's actually some nice detail. It's kind of got this like blade bit going out the side here. I don't know if it's supposed to look something like a bat. I'm not too sure. But it's very, very cool. And he holds it. Well, that's interesting. See, I have a picture in front of me on Google, and it says that he holds it like that. But it's mirrored. It's like that. But that's where the screen came out. So interesting. But it's very cool. It's nice details. I'm happy that he's got it, and I think it's very cool that it opens. You know, didn't need to even bother with that, and it opens either way, so you can do that if you really want. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, but this bit's down the bottom. So yeah, and these bits are on the outside. That's the picture I'm looking at mirrored. That could be a possibility. But it's very cool. This is very, very tight, and you can't even see any hinges. I'm guessing it just kind of pegs in there, so I could probably pull it off, but I'm not going to. It's very snug, very tight, and I do think it's really, really cool. Nice little gadget. I kind of wish this was painted like this. I mean, painted on... They painted on that side, but not on this side, so... That doesn't make sense to me, because those are the joysticks that he uses to do the whole, like... Tiny little joysticks. Now he's got a game controller. He can play Batman Arkham City himself. Sorry. But yeah, pretty cool. Very nice little accessory. Very tiny. Really do like that. You know, it's just a bit wider than my finger. So, cool that he's got that. While we're in there, we'll go over his details. The only real difference we're going over here is the cape and the head. You've seen the body before. I've reviewed the body twice now, from the original one and the Detective Mode, because they're identical. This hand is actually a bit smaller. That's the only difference. And I think it's at a bit more of an angle. But the head is actually pretty decent. From this side it looks fine. I'm Bruce Wayne. And this side's like... and all that stuff. I don't know. I seem to be going a bit crazy on these reviews for some reason. I have no idea why. Either way, pretty good likeness to the actual game. I do think this head sculpt looks a lot better opposed to this one. I don't know if I think they look the same. I think this jawline is a bit more prominent, a bit bigger than that one. It does look, this head does still look a lot thicker than this one, which makes no sense because this one technically should be bigger because he's actually got something over this one. So, meh. But I do like the head sculpt, it's very cool. And these infection details do look pretty cool, but they are just painted on. So if you wanted a normal Bruce Wayne, you could quite easily give that a fresh paint coat and lose this. There's no actual real sculpting on there. That's supposed to be like a bit of scab, and you got like the veinage coming through. And then his neck looks weird. The only thing about my Bruce Wayne head is it comes off very easy. Because this is quite thick. You heard that clang where I dropped it. I didn't mean to do that. But this is quite thick rubber, and it's a bit too high. You can see the peg hole is barely poking out, so not the greatest. Paint apps on it is a bit blah, to be honest. It's just a bit not sloppy, but just kind of slapped on there. But the sculpt in the back here, where the mask is down, I think that looks really cool. Do like that a lot. Kind of tempted, if I'm going to keep this head, don't need the body, don't want the cape because I do my own capes, but I might cut the cowl out and keep the head. And then just I can go on whatever I want. Because I'm Bruce Wayne. But yeah, it's a nice sculpted head. But while we're here, the rest of the body, here is the armour. Same thing like I said we've seen before. Yeah, it does actually have a different cape. This one is, I'll show you in zoom out actually. Belt again, sculpted really well. Nice gold belt. Armour going down. The thing that bugs me about these Batmans is there's no texture in the armour. The Mattel Batman Legacy Batman has texture. And the good news is the new superposable Batman has texture, but we'll go over him when we review him. So there's his gauntlets and his boots. Very nice, very nice. And like I said, this hand is slightly more closed, so I don't know if you could actually get like the grapple in it. We'll have a quick look. So I was zoomed out just to show you that cape. This one is a bit more swept over to the side. Floaty cape. And it does hug your shoulders quite nice. It's actually quite nice. I don't mind this cape. It's well sculpted. I do quite like it. It's a bit thick here, but that's really about it. And its head popped off again. This part here, just that, is really thick. Everything else is okay. I don't know why that bit's so thick. Maybe to add some weight. He does stand kind of okay, but you do need to kind of use the cape as a bit of a prop. But not terrible. Right, so let's try his hand. Now, as I said to you, he does hold this okay. Bit loose. You can use the actual... No, gotta go the other way, don't we? Ah, that was my finger. See? You can use that. I don't know if you get him to hold it that way, like it says you do in the game. No, that's too thin. Unless you get him to hold it right at the top part. No, that's still too thin. So you can hold that pretty cool. As for his other accessories, no, his hand's just too small. There you go. But it's a bit of a squeeze, so this one's a bit smaller, so maybe that one. That's okay. Bit of a squeeze though. But still very cool. Articulation! Head is on a board, so you can go around 360 degrees. I suppose you're supposed to go forward, but I can't seem to move mine. That is forward back, and that is side to side. I generally think that's due to the sculpt of the actual neck, because it's very thick. Shoulders are on ball hinges. They can go out that much. They can go round 360 degrees, but the cape will hinder it slightly. You can keep going if you really want. It's just a bit difficult. It's better to go back if you have to go. No bicep rotation, no elbow rotation. The next joint is a single bend in the elbow of that much. Then you have a glove rotation of 360 degrees. And nothing in the wrist. Nothing in the torso, nothing in the waist, nothing in the abdomen, nothing whatsoever. Then you have T-cut hips, and he can go forward that much, and back that much, but nothing out to the sides. Single bend in the knee of that much, and then you have a butt rotation of 360 degrees. Oh no, this is actually a decent enough figure. I like it for the gadget, I like it for the head sculpt, but you know, I'm not a fan of this body, and you guys know this. But if you are another fan, and you do have to get them all, he is not terrible to pick up. Like I said, he does at least have a different head. I was going to steer clear of it, but I did really want the gadget. So again, with the same as detective mode, I'm going to be keeping this and probably losing this. Undecided, because I do quite like the head, so we shall see. But anyway guys, that is my review. Would I recommend this figure? Like I said, if you're an average fan and you must have them all, then yes. But if you don't mind more statuesque figures, because you can't really pose him that well. But just simply because there's just not enough movement in him. Even like G.I. Joes have more movement than these guys. I mean like old G.I. Joes. But I don't know. If you have enjoyed this video, please drop me a like down below. Please subscribe and leave any comments that you'd like to add about anything on the figure or how weird this guy is. I don't know. What can I say? He's a very weird person. And yeah, as per usual, keep collecting and I'll catch you next one. Bye bye. Then you have T-cut hips, but they're not. Yeah. Then you have T-cut hips, and you can do just a bit wider than the then you have T-cut hips. I just rubbed it a bit.